What up, though? It's your main man, Supernova Juno, and these are TikToks that'll change your perception.
And y'all still wondering why these artists went from looking like this, looking like this. Like, I mean, look at Doja Cat, bro. And now look at her. And then look at Cardi and I'm not even gonna say his name, Sick Man. And y'all still try to deny and reject what this man was talking about. I'm not gonna say his name because TikTok, you know, they trying to ban me and silence me and all this goofy shit, but y'all gotta stop trying to deny this shit, bro. Everything he was talking about, from aliens to giants, yeah, it was interesting, but he literally told y'all why these artists come out the way they do. I honestly don't know what it's gonna take to convince y'all or when y'all gonna get it. I just guess everybody's not gonna get it. And in the Bible, it says that not everybody is gonna enter heaven. So the faster you realize that we live in a world full of lies, the better off this whole generation is gonna be. But it's honestly not up to me, it's up to y'all. You can either choose to stay asleep or just be woke. It is what it is, man.
So the consensus is money is the root of all evil. But I don't think that's necessarily true. I think comparison is the root of all evil. You start comparing your life to somebody else's, and your brain get to going, you get to thinking, wondering, plotting, scheming, trying to figure out, how can I be better than? How can I be different? Better than, different. Better than, different. Those two things is what's causing these artists to separate themselves from regular people and start acting out like that.
This is the shit that spiritual people will not tell you. You do not need those goddamn crystals, that manifestation journal they trying to sell you, or any of those consultations. If you struggling with your mental health, do not do no type of drug. I don't give a fuck if it's natural. It might be a medicine, but not all medicines are intended for everybody. Taking care of your body is one of the most spiritual things you can do. If you're struggling to find a place to start there. Being alone is just as important as being with people. And then silence is just as important as socializing. Self-care cannot be bought. Can't nobody tell you what self-care is for you. So if it is for you buying shit, fuck what I just said. If you don't love yourself, it's very hard to receive love from other people. So that might be the first journey you want to embark on. You learn to love yourself by doing difficult shit that you really don't want to do. That's like working out, drinking water, eating right, cutting off bad people. That shit that's just like a fucking bummer. That's real self-love. AKA taking care of your body and then your mind and then your spirit. The bad is just as important as the good because they don't exist without one another. Healing don't exist until you coexist with the bad that lives inside of you. Oh, another thing, healing and spirituality kind of go hand in hand. Typically, when you go on one journey, you realize that shit the same thing. Religion is not the devil. People's egos is the real problem. Even through ego death, your ass still got an ego. Sometimes you have to do the wrong thing to know what the right thing is. Nobody can tell you how to live your life. The choice is yours. If you take care of yourself and you prioritize embodying love, all the answers will come to you. Like, G shit, you ain't gotta look for none of the answers. They just like magically appear. You on the right track. You got this shit. Mwah.
Not gonna lie, y'all, I was on board with everything she was saying until I seen the stripper pole in the background.
Ask Reddit, what are Americans not ready to hear?
1. You are all extremely close to not being a democracy anymore. You should be paying careful attention. 2. Your gun laws are barbaric. Your country sees mass unaliving after mass unaliving, yet changes nothing. As a European, it's baffling to see the resistance to common sense regulations that could save countless lives. 3. You'd all be thinner if your cities were designed to be walkable. 4. Your real enemy are the food companies that lobby the government to put preservatives and artificial sweeteners instead of real ingredients in your meals, not secret communists. 5. Pledging allegiance to your flag every morning is really strange. We had that in Europe 80 years ago. It didn't end up well for anyone. 6. America is only capitalist for poor people. Rich people live in a socialist state where they constantly get bailouts, subsidies, and debt forgiveness. 7. You are no longer a role model country for the rest of the world. 8. Working 80 hours a week isn't something to brag about. 9. Profit-based healthcare is wrong on so many levels. 10. College shouldn't drain your entire savings account. 11. Your tipping culture is a scam. Tipping should not be a burden obligation of your customers. 12. Nobody else in the world cares about American football. 13. You are not Irish or Italian or Dutch. You have an American birth certificate and passport. 14. You may think of yourselves as the hero, but the amount of lives you have damaged, especially in the Middle East, outweighs any military aid you provide Western countries. 15. Your excessive amount of smiling does not come off as genuine. 16. Not using the metric system is stupid. 17. People should not hear your private conversation from 20 meters away. Be quieter in public, please.
Like the past 2 years, I've been having this really strange feeling that something major was about to happen in my life. And now I see it's not just me. It's not just about to happen in my life. I think this whole country is about to have a crazy shift that none of us is really prepared for. So we're gonna see.
Satan's true name is God. We are not supposed to be calling upon the name God, and I'm going to show you. So I'm reading from the book of Enoch, which was removed from our Bibles. This is referring to a type of angels and their names. And the third was named Gadriel, or shortened would be God. He it is who shown the children of men all the blows of death, and he led astray Eve. So this is literally talking about Satan, the one who led astray Eve, right, in the garden. His true name is Gadriel, which shortened would be God. Now, if you go on Google and you type in God definition, you'll see this little name pop up next to it, G-A-D, God. The same way it's pronounced in Enoch, with that little vowel point above the A. Now look at this. Baal God means Lord of Fortune. Why do you think on the back of our money it says, in God we trust? It's not talking about the Most High of the Bible.
Right.
It's a reference to Satan, the evil one.
Knowledge is power.
Now check this out. Every time you see Baal in the scriptures, it actually is just the Hebrew word for Lord. Right. So we're not supposed to be calling him Lord either. All right, go into the Blue Letter Bible, click on Baal, and you will see it literally means Lord, which is the name they planted over the name Yahuwah 7,000 times in the scriptures.
That's right.
Every time you see in all caps the Lord, it was originally his name.
That's right.
Yahuwah. If you don't believe me, go fact check me. I have studied to show myself approved.
That's
and I'm
right.
just revealing to you guys what I have found. Don't shoot the messenger. Now remember what I said, we're not supposed to be calling him Lord because it actually means Baal. Go to Jeremiah 23 verse 27, whose true name is Yirmiyahu, who attempt to cause my people to forget my name for Baal.
All praises.
Or Lord. Remember guys, Satan is literally the father of lies.
That's right.
Look at this. However, the word Baal means Lord. Look it up. A proper terminology would be Elohim or Elohim. It means mighty one. But we should really be calling upon his name. Now, I can confidently say that the Most High knows our hearts. And he is abundant with grace and mercy. But now that you have this information, do your research on the name of Yahuwah and pray about it. Don't treat this pearl like a swine. You all need to study to show thyself approved, right? That is a duty that we all have.
That's right.
So don't just push this aside and continue to say God. Go do some research and prayer. I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't forget to like and follow.
In my personal opinion, is videos like these is gonna get TikTok shut down. Because if this has any truth to it, it's gonna change everything. And when they say knowledge is power, yo,